I want to talk quickly about the idea of the mantra, you are what you eat. Now I just want to loosely kind of embrace that idea. I don't completely embrace it, because that mantra basically indicates that, well, for most of our lives, what we actually consume, for the most part, is either garbage or poison. So I'm certainly not suggesting that if that's what you're consuming a lot of, that makes you garbage or poison. It's not what I'm saying. But that mantra does point to some truth. And I would say more accurately would be how you feel is very related often, among other things, to what you're putting in your body. And so you might want to consider that. For me, the best place, quite often people will dive into extreme diets or ways of eating. And it's that kind of urgency, that kind of pressure that often makes us, not follow through. Or gives us temporary results. But I think the real focus should be of adjusting what you put in your body to help you feel better. And so we know that if you eat lots of junk food or fast food, quite often, how do people feel? Like junk. They feel sluggish, or they have no energy, or whatnot. Same with things like alcohol. We get a temporary buzz off of a beer. And often if you drink too much, then we've seen, you get drunk and you can be a little erratic. And so if somebody's drinking a lot of their life, I think it's no secret their life's going to be erratic. And if they eat food that doesn't give them nutrients, that doesn't make them feel energized or healthy, and that's generally how they feel. They don't feel healthy, they feel tired, they feel whatever. So I would definitely encourage you to contemplate what you put in your body and make changes at the pace that's comfortable for you. For me, it's been more of just a slow progress. In my 20s, I drank a lot, like most young people. And eventually it didn't feel like it was serving me anymore. And so now, the amount of alcohol I drink in a year, you could fit on one hand. And that's been that way for about 10 years now. Give or take a couple weeks. And same with junk food. I haven't eaten a lot of junk food in a very long time. I never did, but now I almost eat no junk food or fast food. I was lucky. I have strong taste buds, so sweets are overwhelming for me. So I've never eaten a lot of sweets. So I was kind of blessed there. But what I would suggest is to just play with the idea of changing your habits without any urgency. And then if you decide you want to, start with what's easy. Recently what was easy for me to give up was meat, because I never was a big meat eater. And in the last 10-15 years I was mostly just eating it out of laziness and out of cost. So really just lunch meats and hot dogs, which is really just dog food. So I naturally, many years ago, started with just getting rid of drinking. And recently, with food, in the last year, I haven't eaten meat in a year. I'm not an extreme, I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan or a raw foodist. I don't know what they're called. And I don't put any pressures for me to be any one thing. I just keep easing into what feels right. So I haven't eaten meat in a year, and I don't miss it at all, and I'll never go back. I don't drink, hardly. However, it doesn't mean you can't, every once in a while, enjoy the odd beer, or once in a while, enjoy some French fries. I mean, we are put here to experience these physical things, so it's okay to want to experience them once in a while. So basically what I'm saying is you don't have to give up everything forever. Just let go of things that don't serve you, that you put in your body. And even with the mind, you know. Let's just say TV, again, you are what you eat. If you're watching TV, which is mostly fear and violence and negativity, and specific stories that aren't necessarily true, and perspectives that are being programmed, television programming, into our minds for a specific purpose. So I highly recommend anybody who hasn't shut off their TV yet to do so. And then if you like that feeling, like many of us, go to the next step and cancel your cable. I'm a big movie buff, and in the last year I'm tapering off to the point where I hardly watch any movies because most of them are what they contain. But it doesn't mean once in a blue moon I can't watch, say, a horror movie if I really feel I need to. As my Aunt Dorothy always used to say, everything in moderation. A lovely soul who came and went to this place. But I resonate with that a lot now. You know, it's balance. So I would encourage you to consider what you're putting in your body and how you feel. And just gently play with removing things. Start with things that are easy, things that you're not that hooked on anyways. If you're not big on drinking, but you are drinking a lot, well then start there. Or if you're eating junk food out of laziness, but you're not that hooked on it, then maybe start there. And just ease into it. Go at your own natural pace. And as you start to feel better, you'll continue to want to remove things that don't work for you. So that's all I really have to say about that. So it's okay once in a while. But give your body, give your mind, give your soul a break. And so on that note, I'm going to show you one of the few impersonations that I can do. This is my impersonation of a snake eating its food. I wish this fry was longer. I leave on that very